What's up, peeps? It's your boy K-Seal. Real quick video. I just watched Golden State Houston game 6. And the Houston Rockets just do what the Houston Rockets do. You know, James Harden and CP3, they tried. I can't say anybody just had a particularly terrible game. Chris Paul had probably his best game of the postseason, to be honest. James Harden hasn't really been extremely efficient all year, so he did what he did. But what I want to say, and what goes through my mind as I see Golden State eliminate Houston for the third or fourth straight time, are the Houston Rockets this generation's Sacramento Kings? You know, the Sacramento Kings led by Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, Vlade Divac, Doug Christie, those guys. As the Lakers were in the midst of their Shaq and Kobe dynasty, they eliminated the Sacramento Kings every single year. All 3 years, they gave the Kings that work. And all 3 years, the Kings got better and better. And the last 2 years, everybody thought, okay, Sacramento may have a chance. But it never happened. I think it's time to start facing reality, Rockets fans, that this may never happen for you guys. Mike D'Antoni is not a championship coach. Chris Paul, for some reason, he's historically great, is not a championship point guard. He's just not. And James Harden is not a championship player. He's an MVP. He's not a championship player. You know, his first time on the big stage, OKC had a shot, but he didn't show up. He didn't show up against Miami with the OKC team with KD, Russ, and him. Houston just accept being good, but I don't think it's gonna happen for you guys. You guys are this generation's Sacramento Kings. You're good, but you're not good enough to take down the dynasty. Your best player is not. Your second best player is not. Your coach is not. Your GM is not. And be happy just being relevant. And what you guys have done the past 2 off seasons is going to hurt that even more. You may fall off a cliff. So you made it to the second round this year. You may be looking at a first round exit next year, barring an injury. You know, Chris Paul made it through relatively healthy. James Harden made it through Draymond Green, Black Panther claw in his eyes. I was happy to see he made it through that. But let me see, you owe Chris Paul $38 million next year. You owe James Harden $38 million next year. You owe Clint Capella $16 million next year. And you owe Eric Gordon $14 million. PJ Tucker $8 million. Nene $4 million. Some guy named Hardenstein. I never watched him play. Gary Clark. I only named like 6 players. That's $123 million in salary. Houston Rockets. Daryl Morey, analytics guy. Your run is over. You're the Sacramento Kings. You're exciting, but your road is about to get a lot more bumpy. You don't have the salary flexibility. Nobody's going to trade for any of these players I just named. They're all overpaid. Chris Paul is on his last leg. He can't summon his inner greatness like he used to. Accept it. You'll be good, but you are officially the Sacramento Kings.